Hello everyone, this is Dawn over at Plot Chronicles. I'm doing a short video today about my reasons that I think everybody needs to start reading again. Let's get started and talk about it. Growing up, when I felt like we didn't have social media as much, more people were reading, and you would hear about it, and that was a lot of people's hobbies. I think there's a small group of people reading, but I meet so many people that don't read. Like when they have time off, they like to play video games. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of those hobbies, but I hear so many people, men and women, say, I just don't have time to read. This is my take on it, and I'm going to tell you why I think more people could be reading and why I think it could help them. I think many people don't read because they are simply bored with what they're reading and they haven't grown attached. They start reading something and it just doesn't grab them. I think many people nowadays, me included, have a lot shorter attention span, and a lot of things don't keep our interest, so we may not have as much patience. Now, growing up, back in the 70s, 80s, even 90s, I don't remember books being 700, 800, 900 pages. I'm not saying there weren't some like that, but many of the books that I read were about 300 and some pages. Nowadays, you see a lot of books that are anywhere from 500 some to 600 some pages, so many people may not want to read that. Now, a lot of people may not have good eyesight, but you can always listen to the book by audio. But I think many folks just have not found something they really love. I know that one of my dear friends got me back into reading. I hadn't read in a long time, and I'm so grateful that I do, because I wake up in the morning and I read before I get started with my day. And let's say I'm kind of feeling a little bit stressed out or feeling anxious, I could turn the phone off, go sit down on the couch, and take 30 or 45 minutes just to read, and it actually calms me down. So part of the reason why it's so good is I've read about this, and you don't have to read an educational book. See, when I started back reading, I was reading, and there's nothing wrong with this either, a lot of self-help books, but they required a lot of thinking. I don't like to think. I like to kind of be transported into a different time period. Now, thriller is my favorite genre, but I actually enjoy reading all different types of books. The only thing I'm not huge into is something with complicated plot lines. Like recently, and it's on my spreadsheet, and I'm going to link my email below in case you want to email me. If some book has too many plot lines or way too many characters, I tend to not have patience for that. But that doesn't mean other people don't. But it is really good for our brain function, and it helps many people. Not that I'm a doctor or counselor, by the way, but it can be helpful to people that may have some depression, things like that, or they just, have a lot of stress in their life. Something like reading can get you away from it and take you into a different world. It's really good for your brain function. It lowers blood pressure. And not that I'm making any claims, always check with your doctor, I always have to say that, but it can be a really positive thing for you, and I just wish I could get more people into reading. I'm always encouraging folks, and you don't have to go spend money. You can go to the library. You can have a friend that maybe they have some books you want to read. Once you start getting into it and you find a series you love or an author you really like, it's fun and it's exciting, and I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy it. I don't know exactly how many books I read. I would say on average I read about 2 books a week. Some months I do more, some months I do less, depending on a lot of factors. But basically it can be an escape into another world. And you can learn too. When I started reading, like I said, I was reading all these self-help books and trying to, learn things. And that's good too. You can learn new vocabulary, learn different ways of doing things. But for me, currently in my life, I just want an escape. And, a lot of times people will email me or talk to me about things going on in the world. And I understand, hey, life can be challenging. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. But it brings me so much joy to be able to take time to sit and read a book where I can just, go into another world, not think about things happening. And it just brings me a lot of joy. So then when I do have to face things that might be challenging, I take it, I'm in a much better headspace because I'm more relaxed. Hopefully that makes sense. I want to hear from you in the comments below. What are some reasons you absolutely love to read? Let's hear about it and talk about it. That's all I have to say for now. Love you, appreciate you, and I hope to see you on tomorrow's video. Bye, everybody.